From serving food to building houses, the use of robotics in the workplace is rising so quickly that global management consultant McKinsey estimates half of today's human labour could be automated by 2055. Here at Cafe X, the barista has been replaced by this coffee-making robot.
The idea for Cafe X just came from waiting in line at cafes. I was just thinking of how do you make this a more efficient process and how do you give people a better experience. One of the things I noticed is that baristas spent a lot of time moving cups around, and at coffee chains they would just press buttons on machines. And so we essentially thought we could automate that process.
Despite this robot's efficiency, there's some concern about machines replacing humans in the workplace.
One thing that might be helpful are policies that accelerate the development and adoption of these automation technologies while simultaneously being able to help people who are displaced move into new occupation.
Politician Jane Kim is now looking for a solution.
My legislative team right now is exploring a tax on robots that displace jobs that are currently employed with human beings. We're not trying to stop automation, but one of the negative outcomes of automation is that there are going to be swaths of Americans without employment.
In some cases, it's not that people are displaced, they just have different roles.
Our goal with Cafe X is to try to increase productivity in food service. So we're using robots to do a really low productivity task, a highly repetitive task of moving cups around. And then we still employ staff to become product specialists.
Another challenge surrounding robot tax is who exactly will be taxed.
It's actually quite difficult to define what constitutes a robot, because we've been using technology to automate what people have been doing for several centuries now, and it's hard to define, what is a robot versus other technologies.
One thing that people seem to agree on is how the money from this tax should be used.
We're really looking at a robot tax to reinvest back into our human capital so that we can invest in education and training so that people can continue to live.
If a tax is there and that tax money is used on things like education or STEM education, for example, and then just ensuring that people will be able to do more productive things, then we're totally for that.
It may be some time before businesses here are taxed for using robots, but local politicians are no longer ignoring the threat to people's jobs. If implemented, San Francisco would become the first place in the United States to impose such a tax. And that would see the city that helped lead the uptake of automation becoming a leader in dealing with the consequences for humans. Kirsty Nichol, TRT World in San Francisco.